Hey guys, what's going on? It's Greg with Full Court Nerd, and I am going to do an overhaul on my PS4. Right now, it has the stock 500 gigabyte hard drive in there. I just purchased a 2 terabyte hard drive that I will be installing in my PS4, and this is going to be part one of what's going to be eventually a 4-part series. So that way, you know, if you only need to know how to do the firmware and you got everything else, you can kind of piece it together or watch them all together if you need that too. So, but this is going to take care of basically your pregame of what you need to do to make sure that you are ready to switch out your PlayStation 4 hard drive. Okay, so this is kind of a warning. So if you go and Google PlayStation firmware, you're going to get these links on different firmware, software updates, and whatnot. Obviously, we are working on the PlayStation 4, so let's go ahead and click on that. And you are going to be taken to the PlayStation 4 system software update page. Here it just gives you some information about the latest version and just some additional information about what's in the different firmwares and everything like that. Now, the reason I said at the beginning that this is a warning is because this firmware is actually not the right one that you need. There's two different firmwares out there. There's one that's going to be about 200 or 300 megabytes, and then one that's going to be closer to a gigabyte, a little bit less, but closer to the gigabyte. That's the one that you actually need if you are replacing your entire hard drive. So doing this and Googling this is not going to get you what you want. So I have open on this other page. This is where you're going to want to go to get the information. Now, if you can see the go away. If you can see all of this information where it says PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Vita, PSP. If you click on that, so let's just click on the PlayStation 4, it's going to take us to a very familiar spot. We don't want to be there, remember, so don't worry about that. And again, I'm going to have the link for this in the description of this video. So scroll down, there's going to be instructions on what you need to do exactly. The most important thing, though, is first that you have at least a gigabyte free space on a USB or external hard drive or something like that, and you have to create a folder called PS4, all caps, and then inside of that folder you need to have a folder that says update, all caps, and the reason for this is so that the PlayStation will actually read and locate the proper file for you. And just to be safe, I suggest and recommend doing it on something that doesn't have anything else. For example, my flash drive, there's nothing else on it. It's just going to have this firmware update. Now, if you go down and you see point number 2 or number 2 where it says download now, that is the PlayStation 4 firmware that you're going to want if you are replacing your hard drive. And again, I'm going to link this page in the description so you don't have to search for it or anything like that. But that is going to be the one that you want to click on and eventually put on your flash drive or external hard drive. So now from here, the next thing that you're going to want to do is create a backup of your current PlayStation 4. So let's go over to the living room and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so here is my PlayStation 4, the home screen. What you're going to want to do is move on over to the settings area, and just to kind of show you where I'm at, I'm going to go over to the system storage management. And you can see I've got 109, a little over 109 gigabytes available in free space. So really, the point to upgrade is just to kind of future-proof it a little bit. And is a 2 terabytes probably more than I need? Absolutely. But I figure might as well go a little bit bigger now, so that way I don't have to do this again in 2 or 3 years. So where you're going to want to go to get all your game saves moved over to your flash drive or to your external hard drive, just scroll on up to the application saved data management. From there, you're going to have a couple different options to choose from. If you wanted, you could move everything over to just online storage. You don't have a lot of room that Sony gives you for that, though. So for me, it just makes sense to just go ahead and move it on over to a move the saved data over to a USB storage device. So here we go, copy to USB storage device, and here are all of the game saves. Now, obviously, let's see. So WWE is going to take the most time because it's the biggest file. So just to kind of show you what we've got, let's start with War Thunder. So we'll enter into there, select it, or if you had multiples, you could select all over there, but select it, copy, and now it's going to go ahead and do a quick copy over to my external hard drive. This should go a little bit quicker. Now while this is going, you may have games that you've purchased on there and applications like YouTube or Hulu or something like that, or my personal favorite, Voodoo. I would not recommend transferring those over to your hard drive. One, they're going to take up a lot of room because most games are 20, 30, 40, 50 gigabytes in themselves. And two, transferring a game that is that big is going to take a lot of time. Again, I wouldn't do it. If you got it from the PlayStation Store, you should be able just to delete it from your PlayStation 4 and then reinstall it. It should recognize and be linked to your PlayStation account anyway. So, and as for the applications, they're really small, so it's really, to me, it's just not worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just go on through all your games, and here's a good example. I'm just going to go over here to the select all function and copy, and it's going to go ahead and do it for me. So that is the next step that you're going to want to do. Make sure you back up all your saved data. And once you do that, you will be ready to get your new hard drive in. So I hope this video has been helpful. Again, this is part 1 of 4 on basically the whole PlayStation experience. But if all you need to know is how to get the firmware and how to do a backup, then I hope this video was helpful for you. Leave a comment below if it was, or you can get me at Full Court Nerd on Twitter. See you on the green. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us over at facebook.com/fullcourtnerd or on Twitter at fullcourtnerd.